What's cracking, Hard Life World? Hopefully everyone's out there tattooing, making some money, living the dream. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on the battery pack, the Nucleus it's called, and the Gambler. Here's the Nucleus. The new update on this is they're almost totally complete and ready to go out for sale. The only thing that's different is made one change. So the other ones that we were testing, that we've been running, that you've seen myself and Carl Grace and a lot of guys at the workshop use, that one weighed around 4 ounces, like 3.74 ounces. Okay, and that had 5 basically like lithium batteries in there, skinny ones, and it lasted roughly 4 hours, 5 hours runtime, depends on how high you run your machine. You run it really fucking high, you'll get around 4, right at the 4 mark. It takes about 2 hours to charge, which is great. That was bomb. But I wanted to up it, so what I did was I had one custom battery made for the inside of there that's 3 cells. So what it did was, one, it added 1 ounce of weight. So now this right here, everyone asks, what's the weight? What's the weight? So the weight of this new one right here that's going to be coming out is 5 ounces on the dot. So it added 1 ounce of weight, but that 1 ounce of weight added about 3 hours to the runtime. So this thing right here, if you're running like you typically run your machine, maybe at like say 9 or 8.5, 9, somewhere around there, you're going to get 7 hours of runtime out of this thing. So 7 hours for 1 ounce. Let me know what you think. Leave some messages in the comments, and I'm going to make this as a Instagram TV video so it stays up there for you guys. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments, some messages, and just let me know what you think. I think this video will make a little preview that goes on the main page, so you can leave comments down below there if this is in that time frame. And yeah, so what do you think? 1 ounce extra weight. This equals 5 ounces altogether. Sorry, I'm doing this outside. There's fucking police out. Shit. So 1 ounce of weight, you get 3 hours extra runtime. 7 hours of runtime with this thing. So just to give you kind of a reference, the Gambler, if anyone has been lucky enough to get one of these pre-release Gamblers, these weigh 5.9 ounces. So it's 1 ounce less, which isn't anything. This is like super lightweight. So this is 1 ounce less than the machine, and it's really nothing. I mean, even if you used it on a different machine, you really, it's back there, but it's not like you can see it's nothing. You can just whip this thing around. So let me know what you think about the little added weight for the finalized version for 3 hours extra runtime. I mean, me myself, I'll take the trade-off. So here it is. This is like way up. This is 23. I think it's got like 26 settings. I run mine about 20, 23, 22, which equals, they'll have a chart that comes with them. This equals around like around 10 volts. So it goes by like 0.5 volts, and then it'll skip some to get you down to the 4 range when it first starts off. And then what it really does is, what I really would like to do is like get everyone away from worrying about numbers. Like worrying about volts, I should say. So, everyone asks me as an artist, what volts do I run at? And I run about 9, 10. It just depends. But I didn't pick that. I didn't say like, hey, what do you run? I'm going to run mine at that. I just kind of tattoo with it, and then I turn it up until it's where I want it to be, and that's where I land at. So a lot of people, I think they get stuck on those volts. They'll ask somebody, hey, what do you run at? And I got buddies that run their machines, this same machine, at 8. And their shit's fucking beautiful, but they tattoo way different than I do. So, some people may ask one person, what do they run at? And they say 8, and they try it at 8, and they're just like, it's not for them. It's not, maybe they move faster or something like that. So there's really no good answer on where do you run a machine at. It's just your hand speed versus how you work, really. So this will help you get away from that, because it'll just be a number, It won't be like, hey, that's 5.5. It'll just be like, yeah, I run mine at like 20. I run mine at 22, and that's just it. That's all you worry about, and you're good to go, which is great. So, yeah, you're going to get 2 of these in a pack. The price hasn't been set yet, but it's going to be around the traditional price of a power supply. So around $350 to start, but you're getting 2 of these, and they're going to replace your battery, your power supply. You're not even going to need one, because you can charge, you know, especially if you get 2 of these, you got 14 hours of runtime. 14 hours. That's a whole fucking day. I don't care who you are. That's a whole day. And if one dies at 7 or 6 or whatever, then you plug it in while you're using the other one. You got a 2-pack. You're good to go. They charge on the regular like USB like phone charger. So you just plug your cord into there and you're good to go. You rock. And that's it. So yeah, this is it. You see, you can pull it off. And it's really easy. Just wrap it with cellophane and you're good to go. So of course now there's gonna be a fucking train coming through. I figured it's a nice day out and I'll make a video outside so it looks good, but if you hear a fucking train, sorry about that. So then the news on the Gambler. So there's a couple things, you know, like I personally want everything to be perfect, and like I've told anyone that's bought a Gambler, a pre-release Gambler, that I've got new cams getting made, and they're getting made right now. They should be done and shipped within the next 2 weeks. So anybody that's got one pre-release, I'm sending them a new cam to put in there. Nothing wrong with this cam, just it's not as quiet as I want it to be, and I'm going with a different configuration on the cam, the new cam. So that's the only reason. That, and then so the new ones, you know, we've got like 500 of them sitting there, and after the plating, the grip hole got a little bit tight, so there's a lot of carts that don't fit in the new ones. So that's another thing that I'm fixing. So I sent literally 500 grips to the machine shop, and what they're doing is honing out the insides in a mill to make them perfect to fit all needle cartridges. So I could easily have just put these out and just tons of people would have bought them, but you know, I want them to be perfect. I don't want anybody to get a machine and then be like, oh, it's awesome, but you know, this is a little bit tight right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Cheyenne because it's just more convenient. I don't want that. I want these things to be beautiful when they come out. So sorry for the wait, but it's going to be well worth it, because in the long run, I want you guys to have a machine that's going to last you a long time, not just a short time. So, and same with the batteries. So the batteries, also another thing with the batteries that I had in mind is it looks like they're super heavy because this is aluminum and it's chrome plated, but they're not. This is aluminum and it's chrome, so it looks like it's heavy, but it's really not. Like I said, 5 ounces is like nothing. So the reason behind that is I could have went with plastic, cheap plastic, but I want these to last for a long time for you guys. So the thinking behind that is, if they're plastic, you know, batteries, they have a recharge life on them. So you'll get like 10,000 charges or some crazy shit like that out of these batteries, and then they're just not any good anymore. It's just how it is with lithium batteries. Phones, everything are like that. So my thinking was, you know, if you spend $350, you get a 2-pack, it lasts you like a year and a half, 2 years or something like that, and then you know, if it was plastic, you just have to throw them out and buy new ones. My thinking is, so after a year and a half, 2 years, these cases are still good. You can possibly do like a refurbished thing and send them back to us instead of buying all new stuff for $350, maybe for like $100 or $50 or whatever it costs for the batteries and the parts and the labor. You can send these back to us. We can open them up, replace, you know, the RCA, replace all the batteries, and you have a new pack again and send it back to you. So that's the thinking behind going with aluminum versus plastic. Like, you see other companies working on these saying they're the first with these, which they're not. And don't get me wrong, there's other wireless battery packs on the market. But they have like 5 presets in them. They're not like fully adjustable like this. This is a major step, having these fully adjustable. And I've had this for 2 years now. I've had this technology made, and I actually am patent pending now. So other companies, not naming any companies, non-artist owned companies out there, have been making videos with empty boxes and plastic boxes and showing them and saying, oh, we're the first, and don't even have a working prototype yet, saying they're the first and saying they have a patent on stuff. They don't have patents. Trust me, look it up. It's very easy on Google Patents. I myself am patent pending on these. So, you know, proof is in the pudding. These work. These are here. They're ready to rock. So yeah, but I want them perfect for you guys. Like I said, you'll see other ones that are coming out with plastic, all that shit. Aluminum weighs the same as plastic. It's just plastic is just cheaper. So why go with some cheap shit? If you're gonna spend the money, $375 with us with Hard Life, I want your shit to last for a long ass fucking time. And like I said, if it lasts that long, we can just replace the insides for you, and you don't have to buy a whole new setup. So that's about that. And I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And I know I beat this like a dead horse, but if you can at all possible, keep your money in the tattoo community. That's how we're going to get the community feeling back again. And then, you know, I go and I guest spot at different shops, and I work with a lot of different artists. You know, I'm fortunate that I know a lot of bigger name artists in the industry. And, you know, I myself, I have a decent following, and I do pretty good. You can check me out at Big R's The One. And I talk to all of them, and really the general consensus across the board is it just doesn't feel like a tattoo community anymore. It just feels like every man for himself. And what that comes from is these corporations that are non-artist owned, that come from outside, and they try to make money off our industry, and it really makes me sick. They patent shit that they didn't even come up with, then they try to sue other artists for coming out with stuff, and just over a buck. And then over all that stuff, you know, they're so corporate that we're all so worried about chasing these sponsorships from these assholes. It's just it's ridiculous, and just giving them money, and they don't even give you the time of day. It just doesn't. It's never computed to me and made sense. So let's stop chasing non-artist owned corporate sponsorships. And when I say artist owned, I don't mean like a guy that has $1 million tattoo machine company that just picks up a tattoo machine one day because everyone says he's not an artist and starts pretending to tattoo. That's not an artist. I'm talking about the motherfucker that's been in the trenches for years, that fucking, if they don't tattoo today, they don't eat, they don't pay their bills. That's what I'm talking about with tattoo artists. Went through the whole deal, went through everything, you know, been broke, starving artists, not some corporate dickhead that came into our fucking industry, made millions of dollars, and people are saying he's not an artist, so he just picks up a machine and starts tattooing. That's not a tattoo artist. I'm talking about true, real ass, getting it in, grinding tattoo artists that grind every day like me and you know. So if at all costs, keep your money in the artist fucking industry and artist community, and let's make it a community again. So that's my mission with Hard Life. You know, I'm not in to get rich. I'm not trying to get fucking rich off this shit. I'm like wanting to make it a community again, and take all this back. So the way to do that is to not buy from those assholes, and don't worry about their corporate sponsorship, because they don't mean shit anyway. They don't do anything for you. And buy from artist-owned companies. Even if it's not from me, don't buy from Hard Life, man. Buy from another artist-owned company. There's plenty. Bishops out there, they're fucking awesome company. I mean, there's plenty. There's plenty out there. You know, Easy Grips, needles, Eternal Ink. They have needles. They have supplies. They have everything you need. I mean, buy from them guys, man. Let's keep it in the community. So, on that note, have a good day.